everyone. I'm Robyn. Welcome to mypinkstamper.com. I'm so happy that you're with me today. I am going to be spotlighting the Warm Hugs stamp set as well as the Warm Wraps dies that coordinate for this project. If you would like to see the supplies that I used, you can find them directly below in the description box, as well as links. If you're in the United States, you can purchase anything you see in today's video directly on my shopping page, shop.mypinkstamper.com. So let's go ahead and jump right in and get started. I actually have a surprise for you. Instead of just doing one project, I'm going to do two projects, and I'm going to show you just a quick tip for a third project. So we will just jump right in. I'm using the Warm Hugs for the first project, Warm Hugs stamp set, and I'm using, let's see, I'm just using one of the dies for this project over here. So we'll start with that one first, and I have everything cut and ready. I will have the sizes on the screen for you. Like I said, if you are new to my channel, you can find everything over on my shopping page. It's super easy. Everything that you see today is in stock right now when I'm filming the video. I can't promise that it'll stay in stock. So if you see something that you love, I suggest just grabbing it then. All right, so I'm using the colors Shaded Spruce, Real Red, and I'm going to use a black ink pad on this one. I'll tell you the colors as I'm using them. So I'll start with my stamping, and I'm going to use the sentiment, Eat, Drink, and Be Cozy. And I'm going to use this frame right here first. And then later, in a few minutes, I'm going to be using the tree, okay, for that one. So I will grab the stamp I need, and I'm going to be stamping this one in Real Red. I'm trying to pull in all of the colors on the card. I like to do that. If I'm using one color ink, I try to pull it in. And now I'm using black, and I'm going to use the Eat, Drink, and Be Cozy. And this is our Tuxedo Black Memento ink pad. And I'm stamping this on our Whisper White cardstock. There we go. That's all of that stamping. And now I'm going to pull out the Shaded Spruce ink pad. And I'm going to grab our background paper, which is our grid paper. And these come in really nice large sheets and packs, so you don't have to stamp on your table or your space. And so I'm just going to be stamping on this piece of Shaded Spruce cardstock. It's cut at 2 inches by 5 inches, and I'm looking for the stamp that I need. Okay, I'm going to be stamping the Christmas tree, the outline first, and I'm just stamping it. Doesn't have to be symmetrical or perfect. So I'm just kind of stamping it all over. No rhyme or reason, and I'm stamping off. That's kind of the trick when you're making your background paper, is to stamp off of your cardstock. So it's not all in this little box. You want it to look like it extends further. All right, so that's all I need for this one. And I'll want to clean that up before we do our next card, because we're using the tree as well. All right, now I'm using the inside of the tree, and I'm going to actually stamp it off once, and then I'm going to just fill it in right there. And I'm going to do this in high speed motion right now. Okay, so that's all the stamping for this card. And now I can just cut one item with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss, but I wanted to show you this up close really quick. And look at that fun pattern that's on the inside of the tree. So it just gives it a fun, kind of more of a texture look. And that is the same color ink. So that's a really nice bonus to stamping off first. Okay, now I'm pulling out the Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Cut and Emboss. And I'm going to stick this on here. And I'm going to use the frame that is the same shape, so it's super easy to do. Just going to grab this one that comes with the warm, what is it called? Warm Wraps. All right, now part of this suite if you want to just get it all or get them individually. There are also hot drink cups that you can decorate, and there's also carriers for that. So I'm going to show you a finished one after we're done with these 2 projects. So hang with me, and you're going to see 3 projects on today's video. And I'll put that in my scraps, put this over here, and now I have this nice cut image right here. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to take some of our Seal Plus adhesive. Oh, it looks like I'm going to need a refill soon. So I'm just going to grab or put some on here. We have our new Seal, Stampin' Seal, and our new Stampin' Seal Plus. And I use Stampin' Seal Plus is my favorite. So I'm going to throw this on here like that. And then I'm going to flip this over. Probably should use this sparingly so I don't have to change out on camera. Okay, so I added this to a piece of our basic black cardstock, which is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. I know you like to know the sizes on these. And this is a piece of real red cardstock right here. And it's cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to actually, I'm not going to add that on there just yet. Okay, so I didn't add there that yet because I'm going to add some of this fun black and white twine. This comes as part of the pet suite, so I'll have the item code for this on here. It comes in a combo pack. So I'm going to add it so it is right here. And then I am going to just double it like this and put that in the adhesive. I can just kind of squish it in there, and I can cut this, and now it's ready to adhere, but I'm going to add a little bit right on the twine. I don't know what that is. Oh, there we go. And now I'll go ahead and add this on this piece right here. Just fun. These are not, I wouldn't say this is a traditional winter card because I've added the black. So you can switch that up. You can kind of add whatever you'd like. If I had it my way, most of my cards would be pink and black and silver because that is my favorite color combination for winter cards. Or I like even the light purple with the silver. It's just gorgeous. Okay, but I wanted to try something new and just use a different color combination for you guys. And I'm going to add this on a piece of our thick Whisper White cardstock. And this is cut at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 inches, and I just folded it in half. You can also score it at 4 1/4 for a nice and tight crease. And I'll add this on here. Now I'm going to take some of our Stampin Dimensionals, turn this over, and I'm going to add 4, and I'm going to add 2 on each side. That way I can kind of just straddle the twine so it doesn't have to sit right on top of it. Beep, bop, boop. All right. Let's add this right here. Eat, drink, and be cozy. You could even use the little coffee cups on here if you wanted to. It didn't look quite right for what I was trying to make. I just wanted to make some fun, quick cards. And, okay, so now we're going to take this twine. I'm going to run it through here. And I'm going to take my paper snips again. Make sure I'm not using too much. Okay. And I'm just going to simply just tie this in a bow. So I'm going to tie it so it's kind of close to the bottom like this. And we'll just tie a little bow. If I can do that today. There we go. And just kind of pull it tight, and you can have a nice big bow. And then I'll just cut it a little bit like this. There we go. So this is the first card that I'm making to just kind of give you a variety of projects in today's video. And I'm thankful that you're taking the time to watch me, and I know your time is valuable, so I thought I'd make it double worth your while today. Normally I just show one project, but today I thought I'd show 2.5, kind of. All right, so for this one's super fun, and I'm spotlighting the designer series paper that coordinates with this suite. I'll have the name and the item code on the screen because I can't remember off the top of my head right now, because that's what happens sometimes. All right, so for this one, I'm going to start by using the Real Red ink, and I'm going to be stamping on Whisper White. And I'm going to stamp So Very Merry. So Very Merry right there, and just set that aside for just a second. And we're going to be using the trees again, just because I really like the trees. They're probably my favorite in this collection. And we're going to take now Old Olive. So I'm switching it up from Shaded Spruce, and I'm using the Old Olive for this card. And I'm just going to have the trees just on half. So don't do the whole thing. We're going to be covering up the middle, so it's giving the illusion that the designer paper has one side clean, clear, blank, and the other side has the stamped images. We're going to stamp half of that, and then we're just going to stamp one on that one, and that's it. For this one, I wanted to pull out some of my favorite dies that go with everything. And of course, they're my Hippo and Friends dies that coordinate with a stamp set that I helped design called Hippo Happiness. And I just love it. I think it's so versatile, so fun. There's so many just different shapes. So we are going to be pulling in, I'm using, it comes with 3 different types of shape dies, and I'm going to be using this one. So this is one of them. This is the second. It's just a huge die set. You don't have to use it with Hippo Happiness. You can use it, it can stand alone, which is so nice. I'm going to use that one there. This one here is going to layer on top of that. And then I'm going to put my tree here, and I'm going to add the little tree die that is part of the Warm Wraps die set and in that collection. I'm going to put that right on there. And now I'm going to grab this here, and if you are new to paper crafting, this is called the Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and it is available on my shopping page since just September. So it is a brand new item. I love it. It's so fun, and it folds up. Can't release it. And I'm doing this with one hand. I can lift it with one hand, which is nice. No person. All right, so now I have these ready to go. And I am going to kind of layer these up. So I'm going to put this, the So Very Merry, on top of this, but I wanted to pop it up. So I'm going to use the Dimensionals. Did you guys hear the train outside? We don't even really live near the train, but my town is so small that when the train makes that noise, everyone in the whole city can hear it. It's kind of fun. Okay, so I'm putting that on there. Then I'm going to take this tree, and I'm going to take one of our glue dots, and I'm just going to add a glue dot toward the bottom half, and I'm going to just put it right here, just right there, actually on the tag. And you could use this to make Christmas tags. There's so many things you could do. So now we're going to pull this card front together, card base, and the layers on it. I'm going to take this piece, and this is, like I said, I think it's called Warm Hugs paper. I'm not sure. I'll have it on the screen. This piece is cut at 1 inch by 4 and 4 1/4. And I'm going to grab some of the adhesive, the Seal Plus, and this is just going to go in the center. So just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it kind of looks like gift wrap a little bit. And I'm going to add some more. Let me tell you the size of this. This is Old Olive Cardstock. This is cut at 3 inches by 4 1/4. And then I'm going to be adding this to a piece of Real Red Cardstock that's cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Giving myself time to have it on the screen for you so you can see it. And I'm going to fold it. I'm going to turn this over, and I am going to add some more. I'm almost at the end. Did you could see, of this Seal Plus. So it got a little sticky there. Okay, so I'm gonna add this on the piece. This is another piece of the designer paper. This is the back side. It's a beautiful collection. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to add this on here. If you wanted to, you could use the other side as well. And I'm going to be adding that to a piece of our real red cardstock, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 inches. And I will fold this over, and you can score it at 4 1/4 if you want a nice tight crease. Okay, now I'm going to add my Seal Plus again. Let's see if I can finish this whole project without having to do the refill. I love that you can just replace the refills on these. It's so nice. You only need a little bit in the corners, and I usually add the whole strip. Okay, I'm gonna add this on here. And now we're going to take some more dimensionals, and we are not done yet. I'm going to add this right here. And then I'm going to take some of this beautiful ribbon that's called, Braided Linen Trim. And I'm going to just do another little bow here, pull it through. All right, so I'm gonna take one of our glue dots. And here we go. Going to add this right here, and it's just going to be on the bottom right there. So there is the second card. So these are the 2 cards, and I kind of want to just give you a little bit of guidance on these cute little cups. And we are selling the cups right now while they last, while supplies last. And then I just want to kind of point out how I did this. Now, to get the template for that, this is what I did. So you have to do what works best for you. I actually took one of the cups and I took it apart because that works easiest for me. I like to, when you print off templates, sometimes they're not true to size. And then I just wrote it, retraced it on a piece of our Whisper White cardstock. So now I have my own template every time. So what I did was I took a half piece, 6 inches by 12 of the designer series paper, and then I laid it on there and cut it. It fit on there perfectly. And then this piece right here is from these 2 dies. So easy. You just have to cut 2 of these out, and we have 2 dies for them. And then they simply, you put adhesive here and here, and then you wrap it together, and then this actually comes on and off. So I have my own little belly band there. And then I used the little heart that comes in the collection, the dies, and so there's my little almost 3rd project for you. And then also we have these little carriers this year while supplies last, and you can customize these and put little goodies in there, treats, hot chocolate mix. There's so many fun things in there. Chocolate instead of hot chocolate mix, candy, so many fun things. So I hope you enjoyed today's video tutorial. If you are not a subscriber yet, please take a second to hit subscribe and click the little notification bell. If you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up, and please leave a comment below. I love to hear from you. I read every single comment you guys give me, and it makes my day. I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.